Without hustle, talent can only carry you so far. Hi, I'm Erica from Pittsburgh Fit with your PF Go workout for today. We're gonna go ahead and start our warm-up off with 2 rounds of 10 box step-ups, 10 reverse lunges, and 5 Russian step-ups on each side. So we're gonna come on over to our box, we're gonna toss one leg up there and then pull our bodies all the way up to a standing position. Make sure you alternate each leg, so you do 5 on one leg and 5 on the other leg. After that, you're gonna come on down to the ground for 10 reverse lunges. So reverse lunge is when we step back into a lunge position, 90 degrees in the front leg, 90 degrees in the back leg. Now, when you come up, I want you to make sure you're pulling with the front leg and pushing with the back leg, so both legs are working in that reverse lunge. Next up, we're gonna come back to the box for 5 Russian step-ups on each leg. So Marissa's gonna plant one foot on the box, that foot is gonna stay there for all 5 reps. So that leg pulls her up and that other knee comes up. That other leg does not touch the box the entire time. One foot stays planted and that leg works the entire time. So you're gonna do 5 on each leg. You're gonna go through that one more time through, and then you're gonna move on to the next part of your warm-up. We have 10 clean deadlifts, 10 high hang muscle cleans, 10 high hang power cleans. So we're working on some technical stuff because later on in our skills session, we are going to be working on power cleans. So we wanna make sure we dial in the technique now before we get into the heavy stuff. So clean deadlifts. Marissa has a barbell here. She's going to start at the top. She's gonna take a slight knee bend. Come back up for me. Let's take a slight knee bend. Good, now hinge at the hips to get to the top of the knee. Now bend your knees to get to mid-shin. Good, go ahead and turn to the side. So you'll notice this looks a little bit different than a typical deadlift. So if you notice, she's a little bit more upright at the bottom. If she were to do a typical deadlift, bring your hips up a little higher, this would be her normal traditional deadlift. Clean deadlift and the clean deadlift and traditional deadlifts are just a little bit different because the goals of the movement are slightly different. So go ahead and show us a couple more of those clean deadlifts. Knees, hinge, good, bend, nice job. So after she does 10 clean deadlifts, we're gonna move on to the high hang muscle clean. So high hang describes where the weight starts. High hang position, knees are slightly bent, torso is upright, good. From here, she's going to extend her legs and then bring that bar to her shoulders. Now notice she's not dropping under the bar. What she's doing is she's using a powerful hip extension to just float that bar right up onto her shoulders. Again, a muscle clean, the difference between a muscle clean and a power clean is that a power clean, she drops under the weight. The muscle clean, she just muscles the weight up to her shoulders. However, now what we're going to do is we're gonna go ahead and do 10 high hang power cleans. So she's going to go right into that high hang position. She's gonna jump and drop. See how she dropped under the bar? That's the difference between the muscle clean and the power clean. Next up, we're gonna go through that one more time through, and then we're gonna move on to our skill session for today. So for our skill session for today, instead of going for super heavy weights, we are gonna be working on more technique work to really drive home the technical side of the clean. So we're gonna be doing 6 sets for quality. 1 paused high hang power clean, 1 paused above the knee high hang power clean, and then 1 paused below the knee hang power clean. So what that looks like is Marissa's gonna do 1 power clean from the high hang position. Good. Then she's gonna go down to the hang position, which is just above the knee, 1 power clean. Good, and now she's going to go down to just below the knee. Now, in this position, she's just below the knee, but the weight is still off the ground. Okay, that's key. The weight is off the ground, she's just below her knee. Then she's going to go ahead and do 1 more power clean. However, that would be a little too simple. We're gonna spice this up just a little bit more for you guys. Those are the positions, but each one of those should be paused for 2 seconds. So she's gonna go to the high hang position. She's gonna hold 1, 2, go. Go to the hang position, 1, 2, go. And to the below the knee, 1, 2, and go. You get the point. You pause for 2 seconds in each position. What you should be doing there is really making sure, is your chest up? Are your feet flat on the ground? Is your core tight? Make sure, have a little checklist. Make sure everything feels right before you say go. Now, you're gonna be doing that for 6 sets. If you start to feel comfortable with these movements, feel free to continue to toss a little bit of weight on as you go through these 6 sets. However, like I said before, this is for quality, this is for technique work, this is to really dial this movement in. So make sure that you're maintaining the movements and the mechanics before you toss more weight on. Now, after you finish your 6 sets, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our workout for today. So for our workout today, you're actually gonna be sliding the bar away. You do not need it anymore. We have 3 movements: dumbbell suitcase lunges, hand release push-ups, and box jumps. And how you're gonna go through these movements is through a ladder. You're gonna do 2 of each movement, 4 of each movement, 6 of each movement, 8 of each movement, 10 of each movement, and 12 of each movement. Then you need to rest for 2 minutes. Then you're gonna do the exact same thing, but go down. 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. All right, guys, so the dumbbell suitcase lunge, what that looks like is Marissa's gonna hold a dumbbell in each hand. We're gonna revisit those reverse lunges like we did in the warm-up. So she's gonna step back into a lunge and pull herself back up. Good. She's just gonna continue doing that. So she's gonna do 2, which will be 1 on each leg, and then she's gonna set the dumbbells down for 2 hand release push-ups. Hand release push-ups, she brings her chest all the way down to the ground, she lifts her hands up and then presses herself back up. Now notice when she presses herself back up, her whole body is staying rigid. She's not worming her way. Can you give me one ugly one? This would be worming yourself back up. Good, see how there was no core control there? We wanna make sure your whole body is one item. We don't wanna be worming herself back up, doing it in multiple movements. So, after she does 2 lunges, she's gonna do 2 hand release push-ups, and then she's gonna come over to the box for 2 box jumps. Good, jump and land, stand all the way up at the top, and then step back down. Good, so she does 2 lunges, 2 hand release push-ups, 2 box jumps. 4, 4, 4, 6, 6, 6, 8, 8, 8, so on and so forth, all the way up to 12. Once you finish that 12th rep, you are going to rest for 2 whole minutes. So take a look at the clock, rest 2 minutes, and then you're gonna do it all again, but you're gonna start at 12 and work your way down to 2. Guys, this is gonna be spicy. Have a good workout, have a good day.